Bernhard, thank you so much for the interview opportunity. May you introduce yourself just quickly?
Thank you for having me. My name is Bernhard Fragner. I'm the founder and CEO of GlobeAir, my private jet, a leading company and a private charter business in Europe. I think this year we as an organization, we as a team had to face many challenges at the same time, which we were basically not really prepared for. So we were expecting that 22 becomes a really busy and a high demand year, knowing what happened back 2020 and 21. So we were basically beginning of the year preparing ourselves to have enough resources ready for a busy year ahead on all fronts, you know, from in the logistics team, sales team, up to crew and aircraft engineers. Then we all know that unfortunately the Ukrainian war came basically out of the blue, which had an impact on many fronts. Yeah? So for aviation, we saw that we had a high demand. On the other side, we were facing basically fuel costs exploding. A very strong US dollar made us many headaches because, you know, in aviation the entire maintenance and spare parts all traded in US dollar. So we had to adopt many things at the same time, while the European airspace was quite crowded, and our team had to work through all these challenges and the many disruptions on the table. So I would say overall, to make it positive, we had a lot of learnings this year, which we hopefully can use for the next years to come. But I'm sure those learnings have a good value. So as you know, since day one, basically, we are operating. When we started back in 2008, we are focusing on time. I think time is the real product we are selling to our customers, and which we provide and bring back to our customers. You know, quality time, being efficient, being flexible. So it's all our services built around time and to get most out of it. I think it's very often forgotten, but I think this is what it's really about in life, and our team has focused to bring this valuable time back to your life. And as we have seen this year, so many disruptions, particularly in aviation, on traveling side, on airports. You know, I'm sure most of you remember pictures of, you know, people on long queues waiting outside of the airport, almost getting a sunburn, waiting for hours to pass the security lanes. So here we could prove that private aviation is still efficient, is still there. We still are taking off a few minutes after the arrival of passengers. So I think this year, particular from our industry, the customer learned the real value of private aviation and how far further we are than the commercial airlines in giving back the valuable time. I think this was a great opportunity to show the audience and the market about the real service value and quality we are bringing. At the same time, our team made a lot of learnings how to tackle all the disruptions we were not prepared for. And they were popping up left and right. So sometimes in the morning we got notifications that we get problems here and there in terms of fuel availability, of slot availability, airspace availability, and we had to adjust basically from minute to minute and find solutions that we still can provide our service or the level of service to the customers we stand for. Time is valuable, and we again learned by digitization and automation and using modern tools, we can make us and our customers more efficient. That's why still WhatsApp, for example, is a big success. We shifted mainly communication on all channels to WhatsApp, and our customers became really very efficient and short and fast on messaging back and forth with our team. So this brings speed and brings time, and we see this that we have in our let's say business model a lot of repetitive tasks, dealing with airports, dealing with handling agents, dealing with service providers, fuel providers. We're flying up to 450 airports actually. We have to interact, we have to share information with those airports and handling offices, and by introducing automation we can make our team more let's say efficient. We can remove low brain work because our team is highly skilled, and we want to use those skills to increase even the service level which we provide to our customers. And every low brain task we can remove, we can invest then in customer service. That's why for 23 we have a continued agenda to automatize and to digitize our internal processes and how we interact with all our service providers. Good point. I'm a strong believer that we all have to contribute to support all activities possible to make our world better than it is right now. And the sustainability agenda is fully back. As you know, we have focused since 2017 on a very holistic approach, on not just on climate protection, but corporate social responsibility. And one element is, of course, sustainability and climate protection. And we try to find all these little things. You have, I think, hundreds, thousands, millions of little things you can do, like remove your printer in your office. Nobody needs a printer anymore. We have paperless cockpit, for example, and so on and so forth. There are many, many steps. So for us, the real key thing this year was thinking beyond and what's the future. That's why we had many discussions and conversations with eVTOL manufacturers and projects, and we have identified Lilium, based in Germany, with the strong support of Airbus, is for us a very suitable partner for our future projects. That's why we teamed up with Lilium, and we signed an agreement that we will start using those new technology, this new infrastructure technology, this new aircraft technology, once it's available and fully certified. Initially at the Côte d'Azur, where we want to provide basically the last mile, and you have a lot of spots in the Côte d'Azur which we can connect not just by private jets but also with Lilium aircraft technology. As you know, GlobeAir is involved in motorsport since many years, particularly in the top classes like Formula 1 or the Porsche Super Cup. The reason is, first, we share a lot of same values. Like, we have passion for what we are doing. It's about safety, it's about performance, it's about timing. So there's a lot of things we share together. And we as a service provider have one very important asset to our sport athletes, which is time. We know that sport athletes in all various disciplines really tight on their schedule. They have a busy training calendar. They are busy on competitions and sport events, competitions, tournaments, races, and then they have sponsor appointments, and last but not least, they also have a family and friends. So bringing all those things together in 24 hours is not that easy. So the top sport athletes are really focused on making the most value out of time, and this is what we are here for. That's why we developed a strong relationship in the sport industry in general, in particular also in motorsports. And this year we had a lot of involvement in Formula 1 actually. We are supporting one team and various race drivers as well, which are not just customers, they became really friends. We also in motorsports in other disciplines like rally motorsports or biking. So really interesting industry is the whole motorsport scenery. For me personally, I was able to visit a few races to see our customers, to learn what are their real needs and what we can improve and what we can do better to give more time back to them. So, and my most favorite, I would say, was the Formula 1 race in Monza, the Grand Prix from Italy. Why? Because when you see all these tifosi around and the passion they have, this I get goosebumps, because I know we also have passion for what we do at GlobeAir, and when you see those tifosi and fans having the passion for these motorsports, in particular in Italy, then it's really something which stays in my memories. Good point. As mentioned earlier, I think we as a team, as a dream team, and me myself, we made a lot of learnings out of things we have never thought about and never expected. But I would say this is the learning. So we learned to adapt quickly to poly fronts, poly crises, poly disruptions, and find solutions, because this is what we are here for. And by finding solutions and managing these disruptions and tackling one after the other, made us stronger as a team and glued us together. So we learned from each other, and I think this team spirit that we are able to tackle many disruptions at the same time made us stronger. And this, I would say, was the biggest learning, because for 23 we can use this big learning. I think the 23 will be not much different to 22. So we expect a lot of disruptions, but we are much better prepared than we have been 12 months ago. So we're looking forward what is ahead. We still expect a very busy year ahead, but as said, a lot of things on the plate to tackle at the same time. And we also, as mentioned earlier, our digitization automation agenda is quite long. I would say very ambitious, but I see things are going on and moving on, and looking forward that we implement those things which we have on the list, and improving our service for our customers. Happy New Year to all our clients, my team members, friends, and all the followers out there. All the best for 23. And my GlobeAir Dream Team is ready for you.